The storm outside my window was nothing compared to the chaos on my phone screen. I was sitting at my kitchen table, stared at a calendar invite that had just popped up. It was a dinner reservation for 4 people at the most expensive restaurant in the city. The reservation was under my brother's name, but the confirmation email had been sent to our shared family business account. My brother, Julian, had invited my parents and his new fiancée, but I was not on the list. For 5 years, I had worked 80 hours a week to keep our family bakery alive, while Julian traveled the world and spent company profits. I sacrificed my weekends, my social life, and my sanity to pay off the massive debts he created. But looking at that invite, I realized that to my family, I was just a worker bee. I wasn't meant to sit at the table. I was only meant to pay for it. I am Clara. I am 30 years old, and for my entire life, I have been the quiet protector of the family. I always thought that if I worked hard enough and took care of everyone, they would eventually see my worth. But sitting alone in my dark kitchen, the illusion finally broke. They didn't see a daughter or a sister. They saw a safety net. Before I tell you how I turned the tables and walked away with everything we built, welcome to Talescape. If you want to master your English listening skills through deep human drama, please hit that subscribe button right now. Let us jump straight back into the story. Julian was always the favorite child. He was charismatic, handsome, and knew exactly what to say to make my parents smile. When our grandfather left us the family bakery, Julian immediately took the title of Chief Executive Officer. He spent his days taking clients out to expensive lunches and posting pictures on social media. Meanwhile, I was the one waking up at 4 o'clock every morning to bake the bread, manage the staff, and fix the broken ovens. Whenever the business ran out of money because of Julian's luxurious lifestyle, my parents would look at me with tears in their eyes and ask me to save them. And every single time, I used my personal savings to bail them out. I wore my exhaustion like a badge of honor, believing that my sacrifice proved my love, but the dinner invite changed everything. The next morning, I confronted Julian at the office. I asked him why I wasn't invited to celebrate his engagement with the family. He didn't even look up from his computer. He just shrugged his shoulders and told me that it was an intimate family gathering and that my intense work schedule usually made me poor company anyway. He told me to just relax and keep the bakery running smoothly while they were gone. That was the moment I decided to stop bailing them out. Julian forgot one massive detail about our grandfather's will. Julian owned the building, but I legally owned the secret recipes and the brand name itself. At noon on the day of their big family dinner, I quietly packed up my things. I called our suppliers and canceled our automated ingredient orders. I contacted our top wholesale clients and informed them that I was stepping down immediately. Then, I changed the passwords to our social media accounts and took down the website. Without my recipes and my management, the bakery was just an empty, expensive kitchen. While they were sitting at their fancy restaurant, expecting me to be working hard in the back, I was on a flight to a tropical island. By the time they realized the bakery was completely frozen, my phone was ringing constantly. But I didn't answer. The bank was closed, and the free rides were over. They had to learn the hard way that you cannot push someone out of the family and still expect them to fund your lifestyle. Before you go, let us look at 3 powerful English expressions from today's story to level up your vocabulary. The first expression is turn the tables. This means to change a situation completely so that you now have an advantage over someone who had an advantage over you before. For example, she was losing the argument, but then she turned the tables with new evidence. The second expression is bail them out. This means to rescue someone from a difficult situation, especially a financial problem. For example, his father had to bail him out when his business failed. The third expression is ringing constantly. This is used when a phone does not stop making sound because so many people are trying to reach you at the same time. For example, after the big announcement, the office phone was ringing constantly. Thank you for watching Talescape. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone learning English. See you in the next tale.